maram sathamora. Second statement. Don't you know my practice? Re Shat. Shat means, oh foolish one. Just imagine Lankini is calling Hanumanji a fool. I always say, my dear brothers and sisters, what we see in the world is simply what we see by the mind. So, a dull mind sees a dull world. A happy mind sees a happy world. A saintly mind sees a saintly world. And a criminal mind sees everyone as terrorists. Jaane hi nahi maram sathamora. Don't you know my practice? Mor ahar jaha lagi chora. Don't you know that anyone who attempts to enter here, I will devour them? Now when Hanumanji heard this, he resumed his size, got back to normalcy. Hanumanji, the saintly figure in this episode, does not mind being yelled at, He does not mind even being called a fool. Saints are of such that these do not affect them. As a matter of fact, the description of a saint is he balances his life. He does not accept too much of praise, and he rejects all kinds of accusations. He's not. And Gita says, Samma Dukha Sukha Shami, chapter 12, verse 13. These are the characteristics of a saint. Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam Maitraha Karuna Evacha Nirmamo Nirahankara Sam Dukha Sukha Shami. The saint dislikes no one. Number one. Maitraha, he's a friend of the world. Karuna, very compassionate and loving. Nirmamo Nirahankaraha, no ego, no I-ness, no minus. Samma Dukha Sukha Shami, and he's powerful enough to maintain the balance between happiness and sorrow. So Hanumanji is demonstrating this wonderful trait of the saint. He does not mind. Yell at me, call me a fool. That will never degrade my status. It will not interfere with my relationship with the master. When, however, he was accused of being a thief, then he reacted. Morahar jaha lagi chora. He says, any thief coming into Lanka, I'm going to deal with them. And this was antagonistic to Hanumanji. How does he respond? Muthika ek mahakapihanni. One strong blow met Lankini. Muthika ek mahakapihanni. So strong was this blow. Rodhira vamat dharani dhanamani. She fell to the ground and she bled from the mouth. This very interesting scenario we have to pause and examine. Can you imagine our Hanumanji behaving thus? Do you think Hanumana, who is the classic brahmachari, will first of all go into battle with a female? Not at all. And here Tulsidas Ji's pen was very metaphoric. That is, he used a language which was not real to describe a subtle situation. What is this blow? It is simply a stern warning to Lankini. You are erring, my child. You're making a mistake. There is a cloud of ignorance hovering over you. please have this cloud removed. Why? You're accusing me of theft. You're charging me with being a thief coming into Lanka. Let me remind you, O Lankini, you are worshipping the most atrocious thief. And it was this time, my dear brothers and sisters, Ravan had just abducted Sita. He brought her away. He is the thief. And here a gatekeeper is saying, if any thief coming into Lanka, I'm going to devour them. Hanumanji's question to her was, why have you delayed your devouring Ravan? Simple as that. That is one slant of the Katha. The practice is, my dear brothers and sisters, when we are going to make judgment, we have to look at ourselves first. Lankini should have scrutinized her own character before making such a charge to Hanuman. But it is all due to ignorance. Tamoguna. This is in government. And I pointed out throughout this yajna that our behavior, our speech, our actions are all governed by these three gunas. We can't get away from that. No matter from what home you came, no matter what pious environment you were brought up in, if the Tamo guna predominates, you will be tamasic in your deliberations. We have seen, my dear brothers and sisters, and I'm sure you know of examples of families in which parents are godlike, but their children's behavior may be likened to that of a criminal. Why? That cannot be genetics, and it cannot be only environmental effects. It means this inner control, the gunas, are most important. And tonight I ask you to carry out a simple survey in your own life and be satisfied that whatever you do, whatever you say, however you behave, that is governed by these gunas. Everything we do. We perform puja. In one part of this puja, in the Havan Yajna, we are asked to fan the fire. My dear brothers and sisters, that act of fanning the fire can either be sattvic, rajasic or tamasic. This sattvic mind, when fanning that fire, will be like this. This hand holding the right, and very gently you fan with the understanding that the powers of Agni you want to dissipate in all direction. Very humbly. That is sattvic. Rajasic. Rapidly, you just want to finish it off. And tamasic, laziness in the truest sense of the word. Well, I don't have the energy to fan the fire. Everything we do, songs we sing, taking a bath. We take sattvic bath, rajasic bath or tamasic bath. I hope you recognize this. This sattvic man goes into the bathroom, and he sings away to the Lord, thanking God for this warm water, comparing his bath today with 10 years ago. And he gives praises to the Lord. That is sattvic bath. The rajasic man goes into the bathroom, and for half an hour he debates, which soap must I use today? If we had only one type, like we used to have in Guyana, that would have been absent from the bathroom. That challenge. I hope you know about Zex. So that is rajasic. His concern is the flamboyancy, the materialistic aspect of life. But that is okay. Whether you're going to bathe with ivory or live boil, that's good. But it's the tamasic man I'm worried about. How does he take his bath? He goes into the bathroom, puts on the shower, but never gets under the shower. He takes a bath to satisfy the householders that he's taking a bath. That is tamasic. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, what Hanumanji is seeing here is, and I can give you many, every act you perform, it is either Rajasic, Tamasic, Sattvic. The way you drive on the street, the way you walk into this mandir, the way you put on your shoe, the way you pick up your briefcase in the morning. Every act is either Rajasic, Tamasic, or Sattvic.